is Lindsay Zachman and welcome back to my channel. Today is August 3rd, 2023 and I'm finally back and making another video for you all. This is my channel about cross stitch and quilting and whatever else I'm dabbling in with crafts in my family. So welcome back, and if you're new here, I hope that you like what you see and that you'll like the video and subscribe and follow along. So I wanted to give a little bit of an update. The last time I filmed was near the end of June, and July just was a very busy month, but I did get some stitching done and a little bit of sewing as well. And I just want to give you a little bit of a life update. So leading up to the days before 4th of July, we went camping in an RV in Gulf Shores, Alabama, and it was extremely hot. We were having a really bad heat wave, but we made the best of it and had fun with our family and swimming in the pool at the campground that felt like bath water. It wasn't refreshing very much, but we still had a great time. And I made a trip to the local cross stitch store there. It is the closest one that I have near me, where we live in South Alabama, and it is called the Creative Needle Arts Shop in Gulf Shores, and I had a great time there, and I picked up a few goodies that I'll show you later on in the video during my haul. And then later on in the month, we went in our RV again to North Carolina near Winston-Salem, but actually called Louisville, North Carolina is where my dad and stepmom live, and my dad was celebrating his 72nd birthday. So we went up there and I was able to meet up with them as well as one other brother of mine, and we celebrated Dad's birthday and had a great time. We took all 4 of our dogs in the RV with us. It's always both a blessing and a challenge because I love and adore our dogs. I like to say that they're better than therapy, which they are kind of my emotional support animals, but yeah, I'm slightly obsessed, but that's okay. So that was a great trip, and we drove up there in one day, but we decided on the way home to break it up a little bit. So we made it back in 2 days before my husband needed to be back to work. And the other thing that I thought I would share about is last time I made a video, I said that the Lord was stirring my heart about school plans and what we should do for our 2 girls who are still in, well, now high school and middle school. Our oldest is already in college in Austin, Texas. She's 23 and she has 1 more semester to finish her English degree, and she's looking forward to graduating probably in December, so pray for her to do well in her last 3 classes and to persevere and continue on. And she's been making us so proud. So that's her. And so, like I shared last time, we've been homeschooling the other 2 for the past 4 and 5 years, and I shared with you all that we were looking for other options, and I mentioned a magnet school for our middle daughter and a private Christian school for our younger daughter. So I said that I prayed that the Lord would clearly open and close doors, and that He did. It was a lot of time and probably emotional energy on my part spent, but I am glad to say that we now have our plans and are moving forward. So this past week, our middle daughter and I kicked back off our school year as far as homeschooling goes. She is doing her senior year, and we have found a great fit of a it's a Christian co-op for homeschoolers that meets on Tuesdays. And so starting the end of August, she will go to that, where she will participate in several extracurricular style activities as well as help with the yearbook staff. So she's very excited about that. I'm excited for her for the opportunity and also a day off. I won't lie, I love my children to death, but homeschooling and being a mother and a military spouse and all of the above is a heavy load at times. So I'm grateful to be getting a little bit of a break. And I'm excited for her, for friends, and all the other experiences that she'll have that come with that. So, and then Delaney, the youngest, like I said, she's been homeschooling for 4 years. And I told you that she was taking a placement test to see if she could get into a different Christian private school. And praise God, she did. She passed that and did well, and we are extremely excited for her to go to this school where she's going to have the opportunities. I'm really speechless, but I'm very excited for her. We actually just went to a new student ice cream social the other day as a family and got to have a little bit more of a tour. And so school for her starts next Tuesday, and on Monday we will go to the meet and greet where she has to wear her adorable and preppy little schoolgirl outfit, which she's not a big fan of, but mommy thinks it's precious. So I'll be taking pictures of that for sure and sharing it on my social media, and she'll start school on Tuesday. So life goes on. The Lord opened and closed doors, and we have our plans, and things are going well and smoothly. So I'm very excited and thankful to have all that all ironed out and worked out. So that gives me peace that we're just following the Lord's will and all the above. So that is basically our family update. So last month I talked about Jolly July and stitching Christmas in July. Now I got a little sidetracked because it was my dad's birthday, and although I had already gotten him a different small birthday gift, I wanted to stitch something for my dad. I had never done that yet. So I shared a picture on my Instagram, but my dad likes to fish and golf, and so I made him a fish cross stitch design and finished it. I had planned to put it into a frame, but then time escaped me as we got ready for the trip, and because packing an RV and all that can be a little bit of work. But anyway, I finished it into a fully flat finish, which you can see on my Instagram page. And so that took up a little bit of chunk of July because I was quickly trying to stitch it and get it done before our trip. So I'm going to show you now what I was able to do for the rest of July and my Christmas in July stitching. So I had shared with you that I wanted to work on Country Cottage Needleworks Glitter Village, and I did. And I've got a really great start for the Glitter House #1. This is on, I think this is Platinum Lugana, and I am stitching on 28 count Platinum Lugana. It's either Platinum or Light Taupe, I don't remember. But this is Glitter House #1 where I am so far. So let me just talk about it a little bit. I plan on doing all 9 of the houses on this big piece of fabric. So I've just got the rest of it rolled up here. And what I really need to finish is the tree. I've been trying to look online, but I'm not sure if they're considered half stitches or what they're considered. Maybe one of you can tell me. But for the most part, other than finishing the eyes and the decorations, the buttons on the snowman and the tree, the Glitter House #1 is finished. So I've been looking, trying to figure out. Honestly, I've been procrastinating on finishing the tree because I'm not sure what it's supposed to look like. But I know that I'll figure it out soon. And the other thing is for the gold, I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep using this or not, or switch to just a DMC color. But this is the gold that I've used so far for the gold trim around the doors. And I'm not absolutely certain if I'll keep that on there or not. I haven't decided. I'm gonna leave it on there for now and keep going and decide as I go if I like that or not. So that is Glitter Village, part of my Jolly July stitching. The other Jolly July stitching that I did was from Primrose Cottage Stitches, the Snowman 2023 by Lindsay. This came out not too long ago, I think at the Nashville Needlework Market. And I am using the called for colors. on the 28 count light taupe that they used as well. And I'm almost finished, not quite. But here's Snowman 2023 and what I have so far. I have a little bit of more white stitching to do with some snowflakes right in there, but he's really cute. I really like Snowman for Christmas. And I actually purchased some Nerge hoops that I wanted to give a try. And I'll show you those during my haul, but I did use the small size of the Nerge hoop to stitch the Snowman. So those are basically all that I got stitched for Jolly July. I had big plans for a lot more patterns, but I added to I decided to stitch for my dad's birthday gift instead, which I don't regret at all. Coming home, actually in the car, I wanted to stitch on something in the car, and although I love the 28 count Lugana, that's my favorite pattern, or excuse me, fabric so far, but stitching on it in the car can be a little bit of a challenge just because the holes are so much smaller. So I wanted to bring along something that I could stitch that was 14 count. And I have this by Stitching with the Housewives, Welcome Home Summer. So I gave that a good start. I worked on it on the way up there, while we were there a few days, and then recently, but this is as far as I've gotten. So this is the 14 count Ada, and most of the colors are their called for colors. I think I know that I changed they called for Tropical Paradise in Classic Colorworks, and then for DMC it's 3766, but I changed it. Let me see if I have. I just used something that I had on hand from home that was similar. I used DMC 597. So that's maybe a little tiny different, but not a huge amount. But I really like this. I may keep stitching on it a little bit for the month of August, but I do have other plans to share for August too in a little bit. So those are my cross stitch pieces from the month of July, in addition to my dad's, which you can see on my Instagram. I do have a fully finish and an FO, and let me show you those first. But before I do that, I wanted to show you a new lamp that I purchased from Joann's this past month. I had a Halo Go, which collapses, and it's for traveling, things like that, it's small. However, actually my daughter broke the arm once, my husband fixed it once, and then I broke it again. So I wanted to get something a little weightier and less fragile for home stitching, because, and also with a magnifier on it. So I got this Light from Joann's because they were having 50% off of the lights that they had in the store when I visited, and I'm very happy with this flexible neck. It's not stiff and going to break when I try to overbend it or anything like that. And it does have the magnifier in here, and I don't have it plugged in right now, but it has many different light settings to try. So I'm really happy with this. This works great for me so far at home. Stick this, I'll put it right here. And the next object I want to share with you is, I'm going to consider this fully finished. However, I'm probably going to find and add a bow to it at some point. So I found this frame at Hobby Lobby, and I have finished my America the Beautiful on it, and it's beautiful. I love it like this. So I'm going to show you what it looks like underneath, so you can, if you're interested in the frame itself, this is what I've done. So sneak peek, it's not pretty underneath, but this is what the picture actually is at Hobby Lobby, which I love it. And I almost wanted to make it so that I could keep using this for both the decoration that it is and this, but it just didn't work out that way. But I've got magnets and washers, so this is the deal for now. So that's that, and I'm like considering a big bow at the top, but I just haven't gotten around to that yet. So that's my America the Beautiful on black 14 count Aida and called for DMC. I love it. There's that finish. And I think I showed you in my last video that I did purchase the Liberty box, which is basically like a patriotic box that Fat Quarter Shop designs and puts together most years. And I stitched the piece together. So this is the pattern. It came with the fabric from, oh, can I think of it? Hold on. Nope, I can't. I'll have to put it below in the description box because although I love their fabric, it's escaping my mind at the moment. But I pieced the top together and I want to show that to you. And I also want to show you, look how much fabric I have left over. A lot. So I'm thankful for that. Let me show you. This is the Apple Pie Wall Hanging Pattern by Fat Quarter Shop. And I love it. So I've just pieced the top together. I need to quilt it and put the binding on in the background, obviously. But that's beautiful. I've been wanting to quilt more for over the past 2 years, and I've decided that my schedule doesn't allow for a lot of big quilts. So for now, things of that size and smaller are great because I can piece them together in a couple of days and it doesn't take up too much time and stuff like that. So that's that. I'm very happy to have that done, and I just need to finish it off or fully finish it. And this is the beautiful fabric that I have that will be on the other side of it. Okay, I'm just taking a peek at my notes. We will go into my haul. And first, since I already mentioned Creative Needle Arts and Gulf Shore, I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I got while we were there on our camping trip. So for the most part, I've only used DMC. There's a couple of patterns where I've picked up the fancy floss, the over-dyed floss, but while I was there, I went ahead and I picked up a few of the colors of classic color work that Priscilla and Chelsea of Stitching with the Housewives tend to use. So I'm really happy with those. Those are beautiful. I just wanted to have those on hand. Steamed broccoli, really tealy, perfect pie crust, hickory sticks, and red ribbons. Ribbon red. They also had a Coast Guard wooden needle minder, which I love because we're a Coast Guard family. Okay, let me show you the patterns I picked out. I could have spent all day there, which I'm sure you all understand what that's like, but it was around 4th of July, so I picked up a couple more patriotic patterns. This is Hands-On Design, F is for flag. You can either finish it straight across like the pattern shows at the bottom, or into this really cute, it's called a block party, so you finish it and do this little like cube, but for a block. So that was the first one, and this is another patriotic one that I love by Plum Street Samplers called Henpeck. Love chickens. We used to have chickens in South Texas before we moved here, and I will have them again one day. Little House Needleworks Autumn Petites. This will be great for the fall. They shouldn't take too long to stitch up. And I know that you can get the little finishing, the wood tag finishing from Alyssa at starrynightstudios.com. Another Hands-On Design, Cranberry Christmas. So we've gone from 4th of July and autumn to Christmas. I think that's beautiful. And another Plum Street Samplers, and this is Cardinal Kin. I love those cardinals for Christmas. And I love the idea of what a cardinal represents. Supposedly, it represents, you know, a deceased loved one visiting you. So that's sweet, and I got that from Creative Needlework Arts. And then the other great place that I was able to visit on my trip to North Carolina was called Sewingly Yours. in Louisville, North Carolina. And I had a great time trying to spend a lot of time, but I had limited time to spend there. But when I did, I loved seeing everything that they had on hand. It's a great place if you're in North Carolina to stop by, and let me show you what I picked up. So, let's see. I'm pronouncing it Layla Boutique, but she said it differently the other day on Fat Quarter Shop. Lilla Boutique, I think is how she say you pronounce it, but anyway. She's got another Christmas Eve set out. I believe it's to coordinate with one from a year or two ago, but I love this little charm pack, and I may make that into a project bag or something. And I got a couple of charm packs. This first one is Harvest Wishes by Deb Strain, and it's beautiful fall fabric, and I have something else that goes hand in hand with that. Sweetwater. Sweetwater was the name of the fabric for the apple pie quilt top. Sweetwater also, they had this Blizzard charm pack, and I just love that too. I don't know if you can see real well. So that's gonna be fun. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that. That's gonna be loud, sorry about that. So I bought 2 quilt panels. Let me get them both out right now. So when I said Pumpkin Wishes, no, I'm sorry, Harvest Wishes is the name of this charm pack. I got a panel to go along with that. So I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna use those 2 together or not, but let me see if I can just pull it up. But this is a beautiful fall panel. I hope you can see it well. That I loved and I couldn't pass up. And the other one, the other panel I got is for the Christmas season. I had not seen this online anywhere yet. But I'm very a traditional decorator, and so this really spoke to me for Christmas. Hope you can see all that. Let me see here. It is by Deb Strain. She's the same one as the Harvest Wishes. It's called There's No Place Like Home is what it says on it. So that's that panel. 2 beautiful panels. So I've got some sewing / quilting to do in my future. Let me just stick them right here. I've got a little bit of a different filming location today because I love my cabinets in my kitchen. So I'm sharing those and a little bit of the decor in here and have. So I've got some stitching with the House Piece Wives set up for you to see. And I want to go with a black and white kind of farmhouse appeal in here. So I'll talk to you about some of my future plans to go with that theme. The next haul that I want to show you, it was very fun. So the ladies behind Primrose Cottage Stitches have occasionally put together something called a Sip and Stitch box, which I had never purchased one or participated in before, but this time I decided to, and I'm glad I did. It was a lot of fun receiving this box. I'm sure some of you have already seen this online, or maybe you purchased one yourself. I don't have the box anymore, but I do have the contents. So we're gonna start with the adorable part of the stitch part. I'm sorry, the sip part is this Be Happy coffee mug that I've already been enjoying very much. And the theme that they did not announce ahead of time, so you did not know the theme of the box, but it was their bees, which I love their bees. I have stitched several of their patterns already and look forward to many more. So another thing that was in the box was stickers. So there's a bunch of bees. Another one with a cute little tail. The honey jar. This is one of their patterns. Be happy, humble, and kind. Be nice or buzz off. It was cute. And this is the pillow that I've already done. I'd rather be stitching, so that's cute. Okay, those were the stickers included. And the pattern and the floss that was included, and this is an exclusive for now to the Sip and Stitch box, the Honeybee Quaker, and it came with the pattern and the DMC. You just pick out and use your own fabric because we all like different fabrics. But this time they also included the finishing kit. So this is the background, back part of the pillow, some wool, and the pom-pom finish. So that will be another beautiful bee stitch for my future. So I'm really happy. I'm glad that I went ahead and jumped in on that and got all those goodies. That was a lot of fun to open, and I look forward to stitching that. But honestly, I might put that aside for next year unless I'm tempted by it, because I've already stitched quite a bit of bee patterns this springish, so I may just wait because I have a lot of other fun plans in store. So moving on to the rest, I have a lot of haul this time. I'm on a Bonnie and Camille / Thimble Blossoms fabric destash group, and someone had the layer cake of At Home, the red set, and I jumped on that. So this is going in my fabric stash. No, I'm not gonna take it out. If you're interested in looking it up, just look it up, At Home, Thimble Blossoms, and you can look at those beautiful fabrics. They are one of my top 3 fabric designers. Going in hand with that. You can tell I haven't filmed in a while. I purchased this when it was on sale at Fat Quarter Shop, because it's also the same people of Thimble Blossoms, Bonnie and Camille. I got the quilting bag. And one day they were having a sale. I think the sale, one of their flash sales that they have daily, was actually on their Merry Little Christmas line, this Fat Quarter bundle. So I decided to go ahead and jump and get this while it was on sale, the Fat Quarter bundle, the bag, and I went in and figured out the yardage that I would need to do their, let's see, Christmas stroll quilt pattern. I don't have it here to show you, but because it's on my iPad, but I got the fabric for the backyard, the background and the binding. Yeah, everything I need to make that quilt. So I have no idea when I'll do that, but when it was on sale, I loved it when it came out last year. So to see it on sale again, I said, I'm going to put that in my fabric stash. So I've got some great fabric for quilting in the future. Now, I told you how I used the Nurge hoops on this piece, so let me go ahead and show you. It was funny, I ordered these and I realized when I did that they were not going to be here before we left for our trip to North Carolina, so I had them delivered to my dad's house. So these are the Nurge hoops that I ordered. I got the pinks. It's number 2, 3, and 4. As far as their sizes, and so far I've only used this one, but let me just say I'm really loving these. So as far as cross stitch hoops, the only other cross stitch hoop I've used was a tension hoop that I found at Primrose Stitches Etsy site that they had suggested. But in the past, if you remember, I used to have an embroidery business on Etsy, so when I use my embroidery machine, I feel like these remind me of my hoops from my embroidery machine. And they're really great product and quality, and I'm very happy with them. It got my Mugana really nice and taut in the hoop. So I'm very happy with that, and it helped me get some great white stitches on that snowman, because sometimes the white stitches can be a little challenging. So I'm really liking the Nurge hoops so far, and I'm looking forward to using them more often. Okay. Some other haul that I received, I am in the Lori Holt Be in My Bonnet stitch cards, and I got set Q. That's really cute. I also got some charms from Fat Quarter Shops recently. First, I got the Stitching with a Housewife's charm, and I'm gonna probably put that on my bag here. That is from them. You know what? Why not go ahead and do that? That'd be really cute. Jingle jangle. Ta-da! Isn't that cute? That's fun. Fun little accessory. Not a must-have, obviously, but it was fun and calling to me. And then Stitching with the Housewives has a new series called the Monthly Weigh-In. I have not yet stitched in any of them, but I love vintage goodies and antiquing, so I went ahead and got that. I don't know if you can see the vintage scale I have up there already. And this is from Thimble Blossoms, a sailboat enamel charm. And I got this, I was inspired by one of Nicole Spore's, it wasn't a project bag, but it was another really cute bag that she made with the fabric line that matches this and put this on it. And so I got that. I thought it was really sweet. Okay, let's get through some patterns that I purchased from D-Stash. I got this from Mr. Marshmallow by Brenna Gervais for Christmas, as well as Brenna Gervais Burr It's Cold Outside with the Snowman. Plum Street Samplers. This is a cereal bowl collection of sampler lessons. This is lesson 2. Ever faithful, ever kind, firm and generous be thy mind. Really pretty. And I got this from a D-Stash group. It's Little House Needleworks. Fear not. It's Isaiah 41:1. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and will help you and will uphold you with my righteous right hand. So that's a future Sabbath stitch. And then for a fall goodie, I believe I found this at Joann's. This is Lori Holt, Autumn Love. This is a pretty big stitch. I don't know if I'll start this right now. You could do this as the whole piece, or you could make little pillows of the individual patterns. So that is going into my stash. And when I ordered those enamel sets, I also went ahead and got more of the Lori Holt zippers that I love, because they have 2 and you can open it up either way. So I went ahead and got that for any future project bags that I make. And recently I joined the new Fat Quarter Shop Lori Holt Fat Quarter Club. So starting in July, I'm going to be receiving a set of fat quarters. And here's the first set for July. It shows you a nice screenshot in the back and her beautiful fabrics. I have not even opened this yet. And I got notification yesterday that August has shipped. So when that arrives, I'll show you, but I'm looking forward to building a stash of Lori Holt's fabrics so I can do more of her fun projects. So we're winding down, and before I finish up, I did want to shout out a couple of floss tubers that I've been enjoying. So first I want to say hi to, I believe it's Lara, excuse me, of Textilly. She's got some amazing videos so far on her brand new floss tube. Olivia C, I just watched her first 2 videos the other day. She's very, what's the word? She's just so excited about it, and her excitement is, I feel like it's contagious, and we need that sometimes to keep us going in our craft. So I really liked her, as well as Joy and Emma K of the Carolina Stitchers. So they are from South Carolina, a mother-daughter team, a fun floss tuber set to check them out too. And okay, I want to talk about plants. Like I mentioned earlier, my kitchen is kind of a black and white gingham / farmhouse decor. And I've been wanting to get to these patterns for months now. I think August, this month is when I'm going to try to do that. So the Barnyard Bakery up on a pedestal. I've had this mostly kitted up, at least with the DMCs, for months. And because it's not seasonal, I keep putting it aside, but I really want it for my kitchen up in there. So I want to do that this month, and then if I have time, to throw in the egg basket, and it comes with a bonus chart. I'd really love to have those for every day in my kitchen, for everyday seasons. But meanwhile, I pulled out just some inspirations for you for the month of August if you want. Last year I stitched with Fat Quarter Shop. We did a lot of Priscilla and Chelsea stitching with the housewives, their bees and sunflowers. So I've got those displayed right now. My calendar crate's behind me. But I had some other ideas also. So as far as the sunflower goes, I think this would be fun to stitch if you're looking for a late summer, early fall stitch. And since I'm a homeschooler and my girls are getting ready to go back to school, I pulled this out. I thought that would be cute, and it wouldn't take too long. That would look cute in our dining room, which also is our homeschool room. Little House Needleworks Autumn's ABC. Eventually I would like to get that stitched. That's really cute. Another hands-on design. I have this Autumn Skies. I guess there's two different patterns in there, but it also comes with a little orange felt to finish this one. So that's cute. And I have book number 50 from the Prairie Schooler that has the seasons. And I really like the autumn design, if you can see that on there. So I've had this also kitted up for a while. I have great intentions, but then life gets busy and so they set aside, but I'm okay with that. I'll get to them as I'm able. And I did receive this Autumn Lane design. It's called Autumn Town, and I think it's gorgeous, from my oldest daughter sometime last year, and I've not done this yet. But the issue is it suggests fabric that's linen, and I don't stitch on linen so far. And it's called Apple Harvest by Mountain Air Fabrics. And if you look at the picture, it's the greenish color. So I need to find a substitute. I would like to do 28 count on even weave, preferably the Lugana. So if you have any suggestions for something that's a similar, like I want to call it an apple green, something like that. If you have any suggestions on a fabric for that, I would appreciate that. And the fabric that I like to use so far with the Lugana, I feel like it's in the middle between, it's not super soft and it's not crunchy like some stiff Aida is. So that's kind of my comfort zone, is in the middle there somewhere. So if you have any suggestions, I would love that. So I think that's all I have for you today. I hope you've enjoyed my video, you've got some inspiration, and I pray that you all have a great month, whether it involves going back to school or in college or whatever you have going on. I pray that you are blessed, and I'll see you next time. Take care.